Now, advocates who work with the homeless every day say they have doubts about the mayor's plan. Joining us now is Giselle Routhier, Policy Director for Coalition for the Homeless. Welcome, Giselle.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So what was your reaction when you heard the mayor's plan?
One of frustration, because the plan once again ignores the real root cause of homelessness and doesn't provide resources for outreach workers to present people on the streets to move into housing or low-threshold shelters.
So what is your biggest concern?
The biggest
regarding this
plan, the biggest concern is that it's effectively like real-time surveillance of people who are homeless, and it seems to be targeting people who are unhoused in a way that no one else in the city is. All of this information is going to be routed to a central command center that's going to be overseen by PD and DHS to give them real-time information about where homeless people are. That's really concerning with respect to just general privacy and surveillance, but also I don't think that that is actually going to build trust, as the mayor says. I think that will continue to erode trust because there's not actually going to be, again, real offers of housing and low-threshold shelters offered to people.
So you don't think tracking the homeless is going to help them or help them get the resources they need?
No, because actually what we've seen when we talk to folks on the streets is the vast majority have had some contact with an outreach worker, and they know, where to access that outreach worker or where to access a shelter system. The problem is these outreach workers don't have the tools available to offer folks on the streets the things that they need. So what they need oftentimes is access to a low-barrier, low-threshold shelter called a safe haven bed. Or access to immediate permanent housing. Folks know where the regular shelter system is, and many are reluctant to enter it because of sort of bottleneck of really big, intimidating shelters at the front door. And so absent those resources, we're really just going to be shuffling people around, and that's not going to help.
Now, the mayor also talked about hiring a lot more people to come and, keep track of the homeless population. Do you think that it will make a difference at all?
I think, again, it's important to have outreach workers, but we do have outreach workers, and what we're seeing on the ground is not that people aren't being contacted by outreach workers, but that they don't have the tools to help people move into housing and low-threshold shelters. And so we don't need the investments to increase staffing and outreach workers and oversight and surveillance. We need that investment to go into expanding safe haven shelters and most critically expanding access to affordable housing for homeless New Yorkers.
Speaking of affordable housing, you've been here before talking about the city's need to build more affordable housing. Have you seen any progress?
Absolutely. We're actually really hopeful. A few weeks ago, we had a wonderful press conference with City Council Speaker Corey Johnson and Councilmember Salamanca, who are looking to pass a bill, Intro 1211, that would require each development that receives city subsidy to set aside at least 15% of the units for homeless New Yorkers. So that's unprecedented, and that's going to help us get to this goal that we've been advocating for over a year, for 24,000 new units of housing for homeless New Yorkers. So we're really hopeful that that's going to move soon.
All right, Giselle, thank you so much for being here and giving us your insight on this whole issue, because it can get very complicated in so many different sides. So thank you.
Thank you so much.